Hey guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this magnificent Monday here in Connecticut, guys. Life's good. Life's good. Did you have a good weekend? Bet it wasn't as good as mine. In all due respect. Anyway, let's get right to it. You saw the thumbnail. The first attack. Guys, so important. I go over this with my students time after time after time. And it is crucial. This is where the discipline comes in. I've talked about this before. Trust me, I'm going to talk about it again. Okay? And it's epidemic with my new students. Not necessarily my younger ones, but the ones new to True Power. Huge problem. All right? Let me honk a little bit. I played a lot for me, a couple hours. Let's see if I've got anything in the tank, and we'll talk about the first attack. Yeah, a little something in the tank. Let's try another trumpet. Anyway, hellacious, E flats above double C, and caress the baby with the E flat trumpet. Anyway, guys, the first attack. Now, sometimes it comes across on these videos. I told you, the microphone at my laptop tends to distort something, especially with the volume. Now, if I am slamming the double C's or the high notes that I just did, and then all of a sudden I caress the baby, sometimes there's a little click, a little flinch before the microphone kicks in. Guys, I don't leave the first attack on. Do another take. I don't leave that on. If my first attack isn't flawless, I'm probably depending on the laptop. Anyway, with that said, now guys, this is absolutely epidemic with my new students. Once you get the hang of it, you're off to the races. But what happens is, guys, and take this to the bank, remember, it is imperative. Now, this and the happy zone, I'm telling you, can get a little frustrating. It can get a little frustrating, okay? But here's the deal. If the first attack isn't right, the rest of what you play can't be right with that attack unless you fix it. It can't. It may sound better than the first attack, but it can't be completely right. And one of the things I stress, guys, when you are practicing, that is your dedication. That is your dedication. That is where you are your discipline. That is where you have to draw the line and stop and say, no, that's not right. That's not right. Got to do it. Now, as I said, if you play the first note wrong, the rest of it can't be right. Okay? And if you're not playing correctly in your practice, guys, it's not going to be correct when the rest of you play. You're literally teaching yourself to play incorrectly. Now, so the thumbnail, Maurice Doc Schutzer, Herseth, never played a bad attack in their life, those three. Between the three of them, there may not have been, I'm not saying they don't clam, but the attack, flawless. Okay? So I put them up there. But here's the deal, guys. If you have, especially the young guys, I'm not going to say the young guys, the guys new to the protocol, you've got a 1SB brand new mouthpiece up there. You've got a new tongue and facial position. Guys, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. And what you are trying to do, as I told you, we play by feel. You are trying to coerce it to make it feel right. And guys, that's not what you're after. Yes, it will feel awkward for a day or two. But once you get it and you feel what it's supposed to feel like when the sound comes out, you got it. And you're off to the races. You're off to the races. It's almost impossible to go back once you get that that pop and everything just so. You can't go back to the tongue down. Okay? Now, very, very important. Many of the guys hesitate to trying to make, I can see them they're trying to make it feel normal by coercing, and all that is tension. Tension, the more I let it go, it creeps into the embouchure, and you get a fwa. If you're trying to pick off an F on top of the staff, okay? Usually a D will come out because you won't have the compression, and it goes up, thwap. It goes up to the F. Guys, that's not what you want. You have to stop and fix it. Now, especially at the beginning, and nobody knows this more than me, that can get very, very frustrating. Sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks, and it just splats, and damn it, just keep going. Blech. Da, 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 da. You just want to keep going. Guys, you can't. Now, if it gets to a point where you're getting frustrated, put it down and come back. Trust me, it will feel better when you come back. And if that little break is 5 minutes, an hour, a half an hour, leave it to the next day if you have to. Okay? If it's so tight, and that's tension, which doesn't. Okay? If it's so tight that it's just not popping, you can't play like that. Can't. All right? Now, you're not going to lose anything. Trust me. You're going to be better off because you're not playing incorrectly if you take these breaks or don't play. Now, a lot of you guys, I know, are working full-time jobs and all this sort of stuff, and geez, you scrape together a half an hour in the middle of the day where you can practice a little bit. You want to get it working instead of, you want to get going. You want to get some work done instead of just, working on one attack for 5 minutes. And you certainly don't want to take a break, but guys, you have to. That and the happy zone. That can be frustrating. Geez, I'm paying this guy all this money and the mouthpiece and everything, and I want to play double C's, and all I am is playing Arbin characteristic studies. Guys, that is the discipline. Doc had it. Maurice had it. Doc Schützer had it. They're all legendary for playing hours and hours and hours. Now, you don't need that for great chops, but you need that for great virtuosity, the hours. You do. And since their chops were right, they could put the time in. But each one of those three, well, not so much Doc, but certainly Maurice and Doc Schützer were kings, absolute kings of the happy zone, over and over and over. Arbin characteristic studies. Doc Schützer on a B-flat trumpet, Maurice on a C trumpet. Okay? First attack. Get over the frustration. I said, if it gets ridiculous, I'm telling you, write down, put it away, try it again tomorrow. All of a sudden, come back tomorrow, boom, you got it. Okay? As I said, that not being able to get the pop is tension, among other things. You get rid of the tension, it pops right out. All right? All right. Guys, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.